What is up, guys? Welcome back to another debate episode on EI Entertainment Studios. Without further ado, let's get started. So today's debate episode is going to be based between Shin Godzilla and Shin Gamera. So I put a poll, Shin Gamera won it. So let's get started. So if you're not familiar with the way that the debate is set up, so pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the characteristics of Gamera, like, you know, the abilities, the backstory, like the background of the creature, and then we'll move on to Shin Godzilla. Even though I know most people who are watching this know Shin Godzilla, but just in case, again, we'll just go over it just to like remind everybody what like the powers of everything. Anyways, and then we'll get to the main part, which is the final judgment and the battle. Who is going to be the winner? So without further ado, let's begin with this video so I don't make you guys wait any longer. So Shin Gamera. So the backstory of Shin Gamera is interesting. So Shin Gamera was a little turtle, very little turtle, and it was the second day that Shin Godzilla was walking on Earth, when he was fully formed into his fourth form, walking, wreaking havoc on Japan. And there happened to be a really small turtle just walking past the Pacific Ocean. And one of Shin Godzilla's weird blood thingies from his gills, or whatever he leaves, dripped from his gills and right onto this poor turtle's head. And slowly this turtle consumed it, but it grew another head. 2 heads. It was a deformed creature. But this little turtle was not fortunate at all, because that was not the end. It was suffering. Imagine another head growing from your head. Pain and just ripping out of your neck. So this turtle went by with another head, and it's around 30 more days after that. Around 30 more days after that, the turtle was walking when Shin Godzilla was in Japan. So he was in the city now. And when Shin Godzilla let out his radiation, it hit the turtle again. Oh my god, I feel so sad for this turtle. And it made this turtle consume the radiation, not only having 2 heads, but growing some grotesque abilities, grotesque features, and becoming what we know today, Shin Gamera. So I came up with the story, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this story. This is the backstory of Shin Gamera. Now let's get into the abilities of Shin Gamera. The abilities of Shin Gamera are very interesting. Some are taken from the traditional Gamera, and some are added on because he is a Shin Gamera, not the lame Gamera. No, I'm just kidding. I love Gamera. But anyways, let's get started. So the first ability of Shin Gamera is an atomic laser. Every monster that has a Shin name will have that laser from its mouth, right? You know, Gamera can breathe fire. Well, now he can breathe lasers from 2 heads, obviously. So a 2-headed laser, which is a advancement, but it's a basic ability. Now he has 2 more abilities that define Shin, and is really omniscient and very dangerous, that might make him able to take revenge on Shin Godzilla for making him what he is today. So the first ability So the first ability of Shin Gamera is the flying laser splash. Now, what is a flying laser splash? Well, let me explain it to you, shall I? So the flying laser splash is Shin Gamera. You know how, well, in the original movies, if you guys have seen a Gamera movie, you know how he flies and he does that 360 motion like a UFO, and then goes? Yeah. So when he shoots up, he not shoots up, but he uses like fire to make him lift up, as in like energy. Well, this, instead of that, it's the same thing, right? He's flying, but instead of giving out just like 3 feet of fire and just blowing out, he's shooting lasers from there, and sharp lasers. So it's very very focused and very, very dangerous. So that's one. But the next one is it's very interesting. So Shin Gamera has the ability, okay, to do the cutting shell. The cutting shell is meaning his back shell can detach from his body and spew out not lasers, like sharp what do you call it? Sharp like knives, you can say, like monster like knives on each corner of the shell. So when it detaches, it's shooting out lasers and really sharp knife-like forms, and it also goes and splashes the body. So imagine, so let me give you an example, like to make it more, if to make it more visual to you. So imagine Gamera and Godzilla are standing from a far distance, and then Gamera's shell, his back shell, detaches from his body, gets sharp points on the edges, also lasers, and then goes and just slaps Shin Godzilla across the chest, cutting it open. For an example, right? And then it comes back like a boomerang, comes back and then attaches back to Shin Gamera, and he can do this unlimited amounts of time. Okay, so there we go. Those are the abilities of Shin Gamera. We'll get back to those when we get to the battle to determine who is the final verdict winner of this battle. Anyways, so let's now we went over the backstory, we went over the abilities. Let's go over the height. The height of Shin Gamera will be 225 meters tall. He will be bigger than Shin Godzilla. Okay, so knowing his height is 225 meters tall. Next, his aggression. Shin Gamera is not aggressive at all, but he is a defensive creature, so if he needs to defend himself, he will defend himself. And in this case, Shin Godzilla is not a friendly creature, and he did cause a little pain, so I'm guessing a little bit of revenge is okay in Gamera's part. And last but not least, the biome of Shin Gamera is space. He likes to hang out in space. Let the guy hang out in space. Okay. Now we went over Shin Gamera. Let's go ahead and hang out, go over Shin Godzilla. Now, the origin story of Shin Godzilla is still really, it was never fully explained, but I'm just gonna go with it was an eel because it looked like a little those weird eels. Shout out to this is a best example. Shout out to Mr. Deagle Rants. Shout out to him. Hopefully he sees this video. But anyways, a little like an eel, and then he got hit with radioactive waste, turned into a eel with legs, and then a turkey-like creature. If you've seen Shin Godzilla, you will understand this. And then became Shin Godzilla that we know today. And then his abilities, well, his abilities are actually very astonishing. Shin Godzilla can evolve, like evolution of like probably years and years and years, only in a matter of seconds, which is absolutely amazing. Also, he can regenerate, meaning like the health bar of his capacity can fulfill very quick. So he, like, if you're damaging him, he can like get back up and boom 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 really quick. Also, in the news, there was a Keemstar thing right there, but anyways, he has atomic lasers. Like, I'm gonna go basic for this mouth, and then he has it in the back, right? So imagine the dorsal plates, in between them he has like a crap load of lasers just blasting out. Also in the tail, he can shoot lasers from his tail. But his most strongest and, well, strongest if it's fulfilled to its full capacity, and also most interesting and most scariest ability is he can recreate what he sees. So I'm just gonna jump quick for the ending. This is a huge spoiler if you have not seen Shin Godzilla. At the end of the movie, we see that he has little humanoids of like slash Godzilla, because obviously it's a Godzilla body, coming out of his tail and in agony and pain. Now, not only is that a reference to Shin Godzilla's pain, but all because he didn't choose his lifestyle, he was created a monster, and people are neglecting him. So it's a tragedy. It's a very tragic, if that's in a word, story. But anyways, Shin Godzilla can recreate what he sees. So what did he see? He's trying to recreate people. He saw people, and he's trying to fuse that DNA, or genes actually, genetic biology, with his, and recreate a brand new kaiju. In this case, I mean, if you've seen Gamera, maybe he can make a double Shin Gamera. You never know. But that's pretty much Shin. Actually, no, let me go over his thing. Aggressive. Shin Godzilla is not an aggressive creature. If you think he is aggressive, he is not aggressive, guys. If you remember in the movie, when did he attack Japan? Only when Japan attacked him. Shin Godzilla was just, he was lost. He was a scared, lost creature, just walking and just exploring, like, what is happening to me? So he was never that aggressive. Like, he's not an aggressive monster. But when you are threatening him, he will whip your buttocks. Anyways, also in the news, I gotta stop saying that. Wait, I went over okay, his height is, I believe, 118.6 meters tall. And that's it, I believe. Yes, that's it. That's pretty much Shin Godzilla. Okay, anyways, now we're done with Shin Godzilla. We went over Shin Gamera. Let's get into the final judgment. The final battle. Now, I like to do two scenarios. One a little bit unrealistic, and a little bit realistic. So, as you can see, even in this game, like right now, boom, bam, bada bang, boom. All of my fights, or all the kaiju fights, are close combat. But sometimes, in a blue moon, there are far-range battles. So I like to score my fights, excuse me, from far-range battles and close-range battles, alright? Now, if Shin Godzilla and Shin Gamera were to fight far range, who would be the winner? So let's start analyzing now. Now, one, Shin Gamera can fly, so that's a big advantage for Shin Gamera. Also, a disadvantage for Shin Godzilla in he gets tired very easily, right? He gets tired easily, so Shin Gamera has an advantage in this. But Gamera is a turtle. Doesn't that mean he's slow? No, he's not. He's not slow. Turtle. That's the biggest myth. If you've seen a turtle run, even in real life, they're pretty fast. So Shin Gamera can do two things. He can actually use all of his abilities on Shin Godzilla. So he's flying around, right? Actually, I'm so sorry. He can only use one of his abilities. The ability where he can give out his shell and just cut Shin Godzilla to pieces, or potentially, that's not going to work. Because he needs to be standing, or else that boomerang is not going to come back. It has to be exactly where you throw it from to come back. So it's not going to come back. But he can do the lasers from his shell when he's flying, so he can blast at him. But Shin Godzilla, it's actually going to be an easy battle for Shin Godzilla, because he can just literally turn around, right? He can turn around and just shoot lasers back at him. And there's more lasers. There's only 4 lasers coming out of Shin Gamera, because he has 2 hands, 2 legs, so it's 4 pockets. But Shin Godzilla has, 60, 70 lasers coming from his back, and they're also focused as well. Remember in the movie, the F-bombers, he actually aimed at them. So, yes, Shin Godzilla can throw Shin Gamera to the ground, leading to the close range, as in close combat on the ground. So my winner for the far range is Shin Godzilla. But let's get to something more interesting. Close range. Close range. Okay. So if Shin Godzilla and Shin Gamera were to battle close range, my opinion would be in favor a little bit towards Shin Gamera, because Shin Gamera has size over Shin Godzilla. Not only size, he has two heads. Two heads are better than one. And not only does he have two heads, not only does he have size, but he also has these one crazy ability. I mean, he's not gonna fly, right? But if he's close range, so he can. So let's say they're about 40 yards from each other, right? They're staring at each other 40 yards, and they come close. But right when Shin Godzilla starts walking towards Shin Gamera detaches his shell and then just splits Shin Godzilla's chest, literally like in half, like splits it open. Shin Godzilla will be destroyed, or at the point of destruction. But what did I say? We can't just jump to a conclusion that easily, because we're going only in favor of Shin Gamera here. What did I say about Shin Godzilla? He has the ability to regenerate very, very quickly. So, according to the facts, he can indeed actually get better. Right, but that's not saying, but what? Oh my god, this battle is so interesting. But what did I say about Shin Gamera? He can do this repeatedly on limited amounts of times. So he can keep on boom, bam. He can heal back. He can do he could probably even potentially do it even faster than Shin Godzilla can heal. And then you're probably like, okay, then Shin Gamera won this fight. All Shin Godzilla fans are mad at me. But wait a minute, there's one more thing. What else did I say that Shin Godzilla has, or actually has the ability to do? And that is evolve years and years and years worth of evolution in a matter of seconds or minutes. These are two big slow monsters. He can maybe evolve in a way to avoid getting cut. Avoid all these distractions by Gamera. So at the end of the day, it's been very long time since I've done this. I've never done this, so I'm calling it a draw. For Shin Godzilla versus Shin why do I keep on saying Godzilla? What the heck is Godzilla? Shin Godzilla versus Shin Gamera is a draw, but in favor of Shin Godzilla. If that makes any sense. That is my final judgment. But without further ado, well, no, that's not the word I'm looking for. Without hesitation, please, I'm sure a lot of you guys might have a different opinion on this. Either Shin Godzilla is the winner or Shin Gamera is the winner, or maybe you have different abilities you think they should have, or anything, guys. Please leave it in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation about it. And also, any other suggestions, guys, any debate you guys want to see, doesn't have to be from the Godzilla universe. Go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. And when I mean I don't has to be wait, I talked too fast there. When I mean it doesn't have to be in the Godzilla universe. For example, I've done Shin Godzilla versus the Kraken from Clash of Titans. I've done Shin Godzilla versus the Meg from the Meg movie, Megalodon. I've done many. So anything, guys, you could mix a lot. I've done Shin Godzilla versus Xenozilla. Like, come on, guys, anything you guys want, I'm down for it. As you guys see, this was also this one is a fan request. Shin, a few of mine are like, I mean, I can't remember what I did. I did a lot. I've done a lot of debate videos. Shin Gaigen was a request. Yeah, Shin Gaigen was a request, Shin Gamera was a request, Shin Biolante was a request, so I listen to you guys. I will listen to you guys. Leave it in the comment section below. And also, have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. EI Studios signing out.